Chelsea 3, Leeds United 1. Chelsea with an amazing comeback go top of the Premier League this evening with Tottenham and Liverpool in action tomorrow. What an amazing Saturday we have just had and witnessed of Premier League football. Man United's amazing comeback to put pressure upon Chelsea, and Lampard and these boys say, hold my beer. This is what we're about to go and do. And listen, hashtag no substance FC Leeds United. They took the lead. They moved the ball well, but they were leaky. They leak at the back. Leeds United leak like a broken fridge. It is absolutely atrocious defending, and Chelsea tore them apart limb from limb. In fact, were so wasteful. It should have been 5, 6, 7 tonight. But Chelsea Football Club, Chelsea fans, you go top. Tell me how you're thinking. Tell me what you're feeling right now. You're top of the Premier League. How long can you stay there? It may not be this weekend because you've got to move forward a little bit. But I want to hear from Chelsea fans right about now. Get your comments in. Hit that like button, by the way, Chelsea fans. Nearly 1,000 people watching. That means we should be on nearly 1,000 likes. What's going on? Hit the like button right about now. Just what a performance from so many of those Chelsea players today. It really was an excellent display from front to back. I felt that Mason Mount, I thought he had another very good game. Olivier Giroud as well. I think that's his fifth goal in a week. I think that's sixth goal in his last 6 starts for Chelsea, which is absolutely phenomenal as well. I mentioned Mason Mount already. Listen, I owe Mason Mount an apology, and I'm always a football fan to do this. I thought he was a good player last year. I felt that he was not done at Chelsea, but he would definitely be second string. But you know what? He has responded to Ziyech. He has responded to Havertz coming into his team. And I'm telling you, so far this season, he has made Kai Havertz look average. That's how good he's been. It's not an attack at Havertz. That is how good he has been as an individual. But I want to shout out Reece James as well, that just goes from strength to strength, week in, week out, defensively and from an attacking point of view. Chelsea fans said to us for years, he is everything he's everything that you think Trent is, and he's everything that you think AWB is, all rolled into one. And I have to say, so far, you know, both those players have impressed me massively. They have, and this is the thing. A lot of Chelsea's new players, like I don't think Timo Werner has hit his heights yet. Kai Havertz is still settling. Ziyech, it looks like he's injured. You know, Pulisic, I still think needs to find his feet completely in the Premier League. But what must be so encouraging for Chelsea fans is that Giroud, Tammy Abraham, Mount, James, these players are stepping up and improving under Frank Lampard, and they're going to be dangerous this year. Chelsea said it for a while now. They are going to be there or thereabouts. There's no doubt about it. But do me a favor, everyone who's tuning in, smash that like button for us right about now. We're not even past the 400 mark yet on likes. Get that done. Super chat just come in here from Monsieur Ahmed. It says Mendy made a mistake. But good win for Chelsea. Injuries are creeping in, but good win. Yeah, look, mistakes happen. It's how you respond. And the remainder of that game, I thought Mendy, barring that, was excellent. And injuries are going to be there for everybody. Every single team is going to get injuries at one stage or another. So I don't think that's overtly strange or weird, or there's a problem within that. But Chelsea are the real deal. There is no doubt about it. Chelsea are the real deal. Today was a test. They go down after a minute in this game, and they come back again and again and again. And I tweeted this out earlier today, you know, substance over style every day of the week. And I feel this season that Chelsea, they're playing very good football. It's a little less gung-ho as it was last year. There's a little less style, but a hell of a lot more substance. That is how it comes across to me. We've got Gem and Prime backstage. We're going to get them on the air for you right about now. But I'm asking you this question. How far are Chelsea going this season? You're sitting top of the league. You're flying high. You've not lost the game since, I want to say it was the Liverpool game, which was months ago now. It's been a while. You know, yeah, that was on the 20th of September. Over 2 months. You've won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You've won 8 of your last 9 games as well. You're now starting to put more goals on the score sheet as well. Absolutely flying at the moment. Zuma is an aerial dual demon. Yeah, he's having a great season in the air. There's no doubt about that whatsoever. We want to hear from you. Make sure you're hitting that like and that share button, people. Let's get some of our panelists in right about now. Gents, we've got Prime here. Prime's there, sitting there with them glasses on, looking slick. We've got a man like Jem as well. I'm going to go to Jem first and foremost. Another win, a comeback, top of the league. What's going on at Chelsea, bro?
Listen, that was horrible, that game, from start to finish.
One second. Prime, shut down Discord for me.
Yeah, it's done. Sorry.
Yes, I knew I could hear it. Go on, Jem. Sorry, mate.
That was a horrible game. The whole game to watch, that was horrible. And again, we went behind. Again, we responded. We were poor the first half. Let's be serious. We weren't moving the ball quick enough. Mason Mount was poor. Havertz was poor. It weren't just one player. The whole team was poor the first half. We just didn't move the ball well enough. Timo Werner blimmin' cleared it off the line as well. Do you know what I mean? Rather than let it go in. But coming out into the second half, I think we all sort of went up a gear, and everyone played well. Kovacic came on. He played well. Timo Werner again. For me, he's getting himself in the right positions. He's just I don't know what it is at the moment. He can't seem to find the back of the net. But the most important thing is that he's getting himself in the positions. Yeah, he should be scoring. There's no thing in that. He should be scoring them. I'm glad he got assist at the end. And guy, that man can run, bruv. I'm telling you, how quick is he on the burners? Like he left him. Do you know what I mean?
I hear that. I'm seeing a lot of comments from people saying, today was a weird game. See, I don't look at it as a weird game today. I look at today as being a normal football match in the sense of the same as Man United was earlier on today. I don't know what it is. And I see this a lot with Chelsea fans. I see it a lot with Man United fans. We seem to think that our excellent teams under Jose and Fergie, as examples, breeze through every game with no problems. It's almost like nostalgia. Like sometimes your grandparents have all said this to you, that when I was a kid, the summers were longer. When I was a kid, every Christmas was a white Christmas. Like nostalgia lies to you. Today was stereotypical, where you have hairy moments, you have some difficult moments, but we're starting to see now in the Premier League, the cream is rising to the top. The teams that are in and around the top 4 deserve to be there because they're the better sides. Prime, from your point of view, mate, I want to speak about some of your youth players. Reece James, outstanding again today, and Mason Mount's getting better and better, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. A brilliant assist as well from a corner. Mount is just going from strength to strength, especially now that he's playing in his best position in midfield. Reece James was phenomenal. Well, Reece James was phenomenal today. Again, it's one of those things where people try and bully him off the ball, but this guy is just—he's
a beast.
He's a kid, but he's just built like a man. It's brilliant to see. And the game we weren't necessarily at our best, but we still have the quality to beat a team like Leeds. The first half, especially, we concede early. It's looking shaky. But these are the sort of games where I want to see. I keep saying I want to see something from Frank. I want to see something from the team. Can we actually compete, stay up there, and challenge and win? And we got this result today that we needed, and we go on and we move.
I hear that. We've got a super chat here, first of all, from Daniel. This is on my way home from the game. Man was at the game today. Big up yourself, Daniel. He says, put respect on Mason Mount and Reece James's names. Obviously, we're going to go to Ches in a minute, but I want to speak to David because David, he's obviously sad as a Chelsea fan that they're doing so well. I don't know. No, I'm messing, bro. I mean, what do you make of your team right now? You must be starting to think 11 games in, we're flying high. We can't lose. We keep winning. You must look at yourself now as title contenders, 100%.
As an average performance, as we've all been saying. I'm not convinced of it just yet. I want to see how we do over the Christmas period. Well, after the Christmas period is normally when you see like these are the teams that are going to be the title challengers. These are the top 4 and so on. So I'll wait for them because we actually we've got like Everton, Wolves. Like we've actually got some tough games.
Arsenal,
the games before. We had like the bottom half teams.
Whoa, hang on. In a tough game.
No. But Terry, we said that last time, and like, all our players going. So like, we've got like a tough run of fixtures. After that, I'll say. But yeah, no, today was an average performance. But again, my boy Kovacic came on and like just changed the game. He was fantastic when he came on. Was the dribbling and being able to hold up the ball in midfield was so much better.
I swear Mason Mount got the assist, but okay.
Yeah, my man.
Yeah,
Mason Mount played well the whole game, bro.
Mount. Okay, Mason Mount did not play well the whole game. You're bugging. He didn't. Right? Mount had an average performance. He had a good moment from the cross. Had a good moment from the cross, but the performance was average.
But David, in general,
you're very quick to jump on Mason Mount.
But I'm not. No. I'm not because hold on. No. I'm telling you what happened during the game. Kovacic came on the field and was our best midfielder. Facts. Mason Mount had an average performance, but had a really good moment with the cross. And as soon as he did it, I put in the group chat, fantastic cross. Kai Havertz was also poor today. Mason Mount and Kai Havertz were about the same when they were both on the pitch. So realistically, like
to you, David, yeah. Okay, cool.
No, for me, I think Mount was good in transition. The whole game, he held him to the ball well. He done the skills he needed to. Like he gave the chances to Warner when like just pinging off and like making sure he did the right pass at the right time, which helped us like get us back in the game. Havertz was poor. Havertz was poor today. I don't think he did much in the game.
You using earbuds, mate?
Yeah.
Yeah, the sound's buggy, bruv. Honestly, it's like yeah, it's cool. Yeah, try changing it up, Brett. Honestly, I don't understand. It must be a StreamYard thing. I came into the stream earlier today. I tried to exit the broadcast studio and I pressed end stream by accident. And my earphones and Bluetooth, they were doing the same thing. I think you guys are great. I want to ask you a question here. Super chats come in that says Werner is a flop, Jota is better. Are there any concerns amongst Chelsea fans with Timo and yourself, Jem? Your microphone's rubbing on. You're laying down, Jem.
No, I'm up. Is that better?
Are you all right? You're rubbing on your hairy chest, bro. Are you worried about the performances of Kai Havertz and Timo Werner? A lot of social media jumps on them quickly, and I'm aware. I want to ask Chelsea fans that you're top of the league, so there are not really any concerns with how you're playing, but. Is there a concern of how slowly these two are adapting to English football, or is this just normal? Everybody else is stepping up anyway, so why does it matter?
No, because I think what Werner anyway, he's having good moments. He's having average moments. Obviously, that miss midweek doesn't help at all. But I don't necessarily have a problem with how he's adapting, because what is it that we always say? It takes players time to adapt to the Premier League. It takes them about a year or so. So I think he's been okay. Well, Havertz, I honestly didn't watch him in the Bundesliga, so I don't know how good he's been. I can only go up based off the stats, and the stats say that he's been okay because he's been getting goal contributions.
I think the biggest problem with these situations is that as soon as they've got such a high price tag on them, someone like Kai Havertz for 70 odd million coming over, everyone's expecting the world from him. And unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. Didier Drogba become one of the best players at Chelsea, but it took a long time over his career to get to that. When he first came to Chelsea, he was awful. Chelsea fans were asking him to be taken out of the squad, for him to be sold. Yeah, like we've got to bear in mind, like we've changed nearly over half of our squad since the beginning of the season. Not everyone's going to perform straight away and click to the level that.
And to add to that, Jem, to add to that, like people think that. Because he comes to the Premier, he's going to instantly hit it. Like, again, it doesn't work like that. So, how can you expect someone to be in the Prem for 5 minutes to do that?
Kai Havertz is 21, so he can be average for 2 years and still not look like a flop after 100%. His 5-year contract. 100%. Like he's not like Nicolas Pepe, who was 25 when they signed him. The kid he's still a kid. He's still a kid, so he's got time on his side. Yeah. Werner, I'm not worried about because he's performing to about his level. Literally, all Werner would need is a hot streak, and suddenly he goes from looking average to fantastic. That's literally it. So
I agree.
And again, what also helps is the fact that the team is performing and the team is playing well. Like with the Pepe thing.
You make a great point there. You make a great point there. The reason why Nicolas Pepe is pulled out as being a flop is because Arsenal was struggling and he was bought to be a catalyst in the difference and he hasn't done it. If Aubameyang and Lacazette and Willock and Nelson and Saka were all delivering and killing it, Pepe wouldn't stand out as much. It's as simple and as straightforward as that. Like, today, Man United performed today. We've won our last 4 games. Each game there's been poor performances, but no one's focused on it as much because you've had Rashi and Bruno, and today Pogba step up and make it count. And you guys are just doing it in an abundance. And I think what's great for the Premier League with the way Chelsea have, you might have seen my show earlier today. I put Mason Mount. I put Frank Lampard
well,
in world class in terms of so far this season. I think he's done a world-class job. I'm talking 10 games in the Premier League and a few in the Champions League, based on the fact that he has got 7 or 8 new players in, and he's gelled them within a month. Within a month, 6 weeks of the league start.
Everyone was like, "Oh,
one second, let me finish." And plus, on top of that, he's improved what was already here at the same time. And you know, if Pep had got 7, 8 new players and gelled them that quick, everyone would say it's because he's a world-class manager.
Yeah.
So much more respect for doing that.
Exactly. So my point, jumping off what you're pointing to, yeah, it was like, oh, Christmas time, maybe Chelsea will be able to do it. We've done it within a month, and we're making results. And not even making results, we're playing well with it. So there's actually context behind it too. So I think Lampard's because he's English manager.
Where does it leave Frank Lampard as a manager up to now? Because everyone was very highly critical of him because he's not got the experience. He hasn't got the trophies behind him to back him to show that he's done it before. Now he's put these, 10 or we're unbeaten in 16 games under him now. That's a good record.
And we've only lost.
Where do we put Frank Lampard as a manager now? How do people see him as a manager? Do you think he still has to win things, or can he get away with just doing what he's doing now and still be classed as a good manager?
I think it's where we finished the season. Because keep in mind, we've also only lost once this season, which was against Liverpool when we were a man down. Where we finish and how we perform in these.
See, for me, with Lampard, it's interesting because this season isn't the be-all and end-all for him because he's his 3rd year of being a manager. It's going to take another 2 or 3 years, in my opinion, for him to legitimately find his feet and move forward. It's about whether what Chelsea don't want to do is be the team that sacks him too early, and then he goes on elsewhere and ends up being absolutely superb. Goes off elsewhere and ends up being an elite level manager. And I've said since day one with Frank Lampard, love him or loathe him, there is something there. And what I love about this season is the gelling and the improving of players. But he's adapted his system. Yes. You can see it without getting overly technical. There is still good movement. There is still good play. But you are far more reserved at times. Your shape and structure at moments today where your wire players are behind the ball working hard. I actually think getting rid of Eden Hazard has been a godsend for Frank Lampard's system to work. People underestimate this, right? Pep Guardiola and Klopp have been the best 2 managers in the last 5 years in the Premier League. It's probably followed by by Poch, if everyone's being honest. None of those managers have systems that work without every single player putting a shift in. It's impossible. Whether that be in the press, whether that be in defending, whether that be in the system. And I think Lampard's getting out of these players. And the reason he's underestimated is because he has a British passport. If Frank Lampard was French, if Frank Lampard was Spanish, if he was South American, if he was Russian, he'd get a lot of because he is, and you see it when you do the 5 whys, when you push people as to why they don't rate him, they always end up saying the same phrase. Oh, just overhyped Englishman. As soon as you hear that, don't need that bigotry here. We've got some super chats to do here. Thank you, by the way, to David. I think it was David was the man's name. No, it was Davisto. That's it. Maybe that means David in a different language. Terrace. DJ here says, David, why do you disrespect Mason Mount? You really don't like him.
Wait, no, Terry, can I answer this? Right? Can I answer this? I've got to answer this, right? Because the reason why I don't have a problem with Mason Mount, but the reason why I don't always say he has a fantastic game is because I think Mason Mount is a very, very good player. So for me, when I see him have a performance like this today, he doesn't reach the level that I think he can get to. That's my thing. That is my thing. Same thing with Kai Havertz. I think Kai Havertz he's 21 and he's been nominated to be. He's one of the options to be in team of the year in Europe overall. Right. So when he has an average performance, I'm going to be like, he was poor today because I expect a higher level of him.
But what is your expectations based upon? Because Mason Mount's only been playing in the Premier League for 2 years. He's only been playing as a Premier League player in the last 2 years. So what is your expectations based upon? What I'm saying is that like, I think he has the potential to be a fantastic player. Like the numbers and the stats back it up. I think he has the potential to do it. If he keeps growing at his rate, he'll be a fantastic player. So I want to see that fantastic player like week in, week out. That's me.
What is your expectation then of Kovacic? Because you say Kovacic changed the game and stuff today.
Kovacic comes on and Kovacic is fantastic. His dribbling success rate is fantastic. His pass completion is fantastic.
I expect that from him anyway. He wasn't stand out. I expect that from him anyway because I know how good he is.
Yes.
But he was stand out today because he was an improvement on the other 2 that he was compared to. When Kovacic came on, he gave you something extra that the other two wasn't giving you because we were able to retain the ball in a much higher position.
Cool, but if Mount was average today, I would expect Kovacic to be a bit better, but he wasn't still stand out. That's my point.
But he was better than Mason Mount today.
He was.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't say he
That
wasn't. I said he wasn't stand out.
But he was stand out. He was. I'm
Yeah,
confused.
but I don't think it's
I don't
has
think
any
he stand
points.
out.
to it.
Fine. Again,
Sorry,
that's up to you. I look at football probably.
And you've made your points there. The viewers, give us your thoughts and opinions on that. Another super chat here says, Terry, why do you have to compare everything to Pep? It's really disgusting. Bro, I'm praising Pep. When I say that his system requires hard work, shape, structure, discipline from players, that isn't a disrespectful thing to say. And the reason I use Pep as an example is because he's one of the greatest managers of the last 50 years in football. So it's pure respect, my friend, when it comes down to that. Man like Zane in the house here. Zane back with us with the super chat. Zane, I don't know if you're top of the league anymore. I think you've been knocked off number one spot by Strip Bear, who turns out not to be a man. I thought Strip Bear was a man in our comments.
Yeah.
It turns out to be a lady. For a while. She put like £100 of super chats in the last few days. She says, Terry, your team is really relying on Bruno again. Bro, Paul Pogba got back into the game. Alex Telles steps up on a worldy Bergkamp-esque goal from Mason Greenwood, right?
Oh God!
And then
I respect it.
and then it was Juan Mata that set up Rashford. What I will be saying on the football terrace, there is no more Marcus Rashford and Bruno Fernandes slander. The next time anybody comes out of any kind of nonsense about their average, their trash, they only do 5-yard passes, they will be permanently blocked. They keep proving everybody wrong and people keep coming out with the same nonsense. Lampard equals Ollie. I can't see much difference. Daniel, one sec, guy. Daniel here says, Zane, my guy, focus on Spurs teams. Not those that are above you. Yeah, Zane, I want to hear from you tomorrow. As and when you guys get, I mean, could they actually drop lower in the league? You know, I was thinking about the other day, like the worst thing for Arsenal today was when, who is it? When Burnley were beating Everton, I was like, that's bad news for Arsenal because it brings them closer to the relegation zone. That's literally peak for Arsenal, bruv. Simple as that. KJ's with us. KJ, Chelsea top of the league. Are you starting to worry about them?
Yeah, they're performing well. I think David said that when they finish the Christmas period, then I'll say if they are title contenders or not. But right now, they're a strong team. They're looking balanced. They're looking good. They are gelling quicker than we thought, and it's just time to see if they can overcome the hurdles like Wolves, like even a team like Arsenal, even. You know what I'm saying? They still yet to play.
Arsenal will be a problem. Let's be honest.
There's still.
I want to say one thing. Though,
there's still teams like Man City they have to come against. So like there are still challenges.
Yes, I agree.
In the first round of in the first half of the season, up until 19 games, there's still challenges there. So here's the thing. I'm not gonna gas Chelsea to the point where that I start beating them down because I haven't reached the expectations I thought. I'm just going, you know what? Yeah, let them do what they're doing and let me assess them when they get halfway. Right now, they're looking good.
Yeah, I think that it's Lampard's second season as well. People can't forget that. Like, if Lampard manages to even title challenge this year, I think Chelsea fans will be very happy with that. Klopp took how many years?
3.
Pep as well. Pep didn't win the league first year as well. He only got his signings this year. So if he does well, then that's a massive achievement.
I think what's also good for Chelsea, good for Tottenham, and look, dare I even say an outside chance for Manchester United, is that you can already, I think the team that wins the league this year is going to have a significantly lower win percentage than the team that won the league last year. I got called out on my win percentage talk yesterday. Some Liverpool fan private messaged me saying how I can't believe, it goes, I think you're a disgrace. How dare you think that win percentages mean anything in football? And I was sitting there thinking, I was like, the team with the highest win percentage 99 times out of 100 wins the league, bruv. So of course it matters. It's the same as saying the highest win percentage is the same as saying the teams that wins the most. It's just a different phrase. But because it's lower by about 25% already this season, I think it gives teams like Chelsea and Man United and Tottenham, who are on the way up, an opportunity of maybe winning a league title sooner rather than later. And we said that last year. Remember, O'Shea was telling us that you had to get 95 to 100 points.
Yeah.
And it was a case of saying that that's only true if the other teams challenging for it are winning 85% of their games. If suddenly teams are only winning 60%, 65%, you as a team on the way up have an opportunity of winning the league title if you don't focus on everybody else and you just look at your own game. Viewers, do me a big favor. Nearly 3,000 people tuning in. Hit that like button right now, please. We're only sitting there on a measly 581 likes. And I know there's thousands of Chelsea fans watching. So all of you hit that like button for us right now. Let's get this video trending. Get your super chats in as well. Zane here says, Aubameyang hat-trick incoming. Pepe has more potential than Rashford.
Wait. Whoa, what potential? The man's 26, 27, fam.
100%.
He's reached it, fam.
Arsenal haven't scored 3 goals since the first game of the season. How is he getting a hat trick against Spurs?
Zuma's got more goals than both the strikers.
That's what I was saying.
KJ's already called the judge.
Hey,
anyway.
KJ, we know who's centre back in team of the week tomorrow. We know already. We already know.
I sure Werner has more goals than Aubameyang, and Werner's a flop thus far. So
apparently he's a flop. So it's what it is.
It's level to this game, I guess.
Yeah, it's amazing. Chelsea are looking class. They are a proper run club, unlike Arsenal and United.
Oh, wait, that is actually true, isn't it? Like that's something I would not. That is something I won't disagree with. Like it's facts.
Yes.
110% he's right on that one. Daniel here says Barcelona lost 2-1. How the mighty have fallen.
Oh, wait, I've said it. The world football is in a state right now. World football is in a state. Like, there's no cycle. This ain't a cycle. This is a crash, fam. Like, this is an absolute car crash of the state. Literally. Why is it that?
Europa League.
Europa
League.
They lost 2-1. They lost 2-1 to Cadiz.
Yeah, Cadiz. So listen to me.
Yeah, they're good, man.
Why is it that Grado's bagging goals? Oh my god!
Oh, wait, why is it that Bayern Munich are the only team, that you can say is the best run club in the world, fam? Like no one rivals them right now. This is bad. This is a mad state. So Chelsea, Spurs, United, even teams like Dortmund, Inter, all these other teams, it's time to rise up because Real Madrid are struggling. Barcelona struggling.
This is the point I was making the other day. Like, so you look at the Liga so far, right? Atletico are top on 26 points. Real Sociedad are currently sitting. They've got a game in. Well, they play tomorrow. Actually, they've played one game more than others. They're sitting second. Then you got Real Madrid and Villarreal, and then some team I've never heard of. Is it Cadiz? Never heard.
Cadiz. Alvaro Negredo's back in goal.
You've got Sevilla are 6 and Barca are current. I mean, I didn't even realize Barca are 7th. But this is the point I'm making to people. This is why. Yes, at the beginning of the season, were Tottenham, were Chelsea, were Man United ready to challenge for a title? The answer was no. But you never know how the other teams around you are going to play. And listen, what would happen? Let's just say Chelsea. We'll stick with Chelsea. If Chelsea win the league this year with a win percentage of 65% and they only win sort of 24, 25 games or whatever, you have some salty fans from City and Liverpool act like it doesn't mean as much as ours because we won it with superior win percentages. But real football fans don't care about that sort of thing. It's all about winning. Do you think Real Sociedad right now care that we're only really here because Barca are having an off season? No, they're buzzing because they're where they are. And it's crazy. And all world football. It is going for a cycle and it's going for a madness. And I want to know if any team in England, Spain, Germany are any of them actually going to seize the opportunity like Leicester did in 2015. And that's why I respect Leicester, because no disrespect to them, they won it with a 60% win ratio. 60%, right? It was it wasn't an emphatic year for any team to win it, but they seized on the opportunity of there being inconsistency everywhere else. And that's why Chelsea scare me the most at the minute, along with Tottenham, because you can see the consistency starting to come through. You can see the good defending. Even when there's a mistake, you then settled. Chelsea last year, even at the beginning of this season with Kepa and none of your new defenders playing, you can see the goal or make a mistake and you see it unravel. And there is some serious there. I've got some more to do here. Zane says, Prime, are you still auditioning for the Terminator?
Nah, he's auditioning to be Jose's bodyguard, fam. That's what he's doing.
James, that's it. That's the super chat. Yeah, Reece James.
Oh, yeah, what a baller.
That's awesome.
See, that's the youth we should be talking about.
Awesome.
He's fantastic. He's fantastic. Oh my god.
We can agree on that. He's definitely one of our best youth players.
Let me ask you about Reece James. Do you think in the next couple of years he could be better than Trent Alexander-Arnold?
Yes.
100%.
Yes. 100%. Yes.
Yo, and that's me saying as well.
Why?
Yes.
Tell me why.
On the end of
I want to know.
It's difficult, Terry, because obviously Trent won the Champions League in the league with Liverpool.
No, wait, I'll tell you why.
So it's tight, but overall play, he's just a better defender.
That's what
He's
I was gonna
stronger.
say.
He's better on the ball. He can cross it. I don't know if crossing. I don't know if his crossing is better yet, but it definitely
I
can
would-
be if he's getting assists now at
I
this
would
age.
say his
So
crossing is just as good as Trent's.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but his defense
It's
is
only
his
due to the
defensive.
fact
KJ's like,
No, it is.
It's his
It is.
defensive game.
Only due to the fact of the way Liverpool play, Trent will get more assists because they're more clinical. We're not being clinical yet. Werner's missing goals, as you can clearly see. Once we start scoring, you will see James start to rack up those assists.
I mean, I'm not sure about like the attack. I'd say James probably a better defender overall,
Yes.
and can probably hold possession a bit better. I'd say attacking wise, I'd leave that to Trent more. But like,
Yeah,
like, I feel like
remember. Yeah, go on, David. You go.
no, I was gonna say I feel like Trent is closer to being as good as an attacker to Trent as more than Trent is to being a defender to Reece James. If you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
No. Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
but David, the thing is, I'm
big.
not saying Arnold's a system player, but if you put James in Liverpool's team from last year, I'm sure he'd probably equal the amount of assists and have the same kind of attacking. I'm just saying.
Ches,
Maybe he would.
calm
Maybe he
down.
would.
No. He's Ches.
I'm not saying he
Ches.
would. I'm saying maybe.
No.
I'm
Ches,
saying.
I know you say maybe, but here's why I say it's a bit of a cap. Like Reece James, yeah, he is a very, very, very good attacking fullback, and defensively is very strong as well. The way that he gets forward is different to Trent's. Trent's crosses from deep. Lots of his crosses and assists are from deep positions. James is a byline. He like edge of the box towards the byline, crosses, boom, he'll whip him in nice. That's the difference. The difference in those two players, and
The
that's
thing
why I
is,
don't think
KJ, you know the
you'll get
free
the
kick
same
he had
amount of
today with
crossing.
Havertz. No, Havertz missed that header. That could have been
Yeah.
2 assists for James today. Like easy.
Yeah,
You know
it could
what I'm
have been.
saying?
Well, I'm not dealing with what could have been. I'm dealing with what is.
Guys, let's just go to the facts here. The facts. This is over the course of the last 2 seasons combined across all major English tournaments. So Premier League, League Cup, FA Cup, and of course the Champions League participation. Reece James averages 1 chance created per game. Trent Alexander-Arnold 1.28. So there isn't a significantly higher amount. You're not talking, he isn't doubling him or quadrupling him. When you go to a defensive element, which I think is going to be important to look at, Reece James wins 60% of his defensive duels. Trent Alexander-Arnold just 53. 66% of aerial duels defensively by Reece James to just 30% of Trent. We know he's not very good in the air. Loose ball duels won. 60% by Reece James, only 45% by Trent. Slide tackle succession, 66% for Reece James, only 42% for Trent Alexander-Arnold. Interceptions, 4.99 for Reece James, 4.3 for Trent. Losses of the ball in his own half, 9 times. Losses of the ball in general, 9 times per game, 39% in his own half for Reece James, 12 losses of the ball per game for Trent Alexander-Arnold, with just 23% being in his own half. Recoveries of the ball, 7.9 per game by Reece James, with 37% being in his opponent's half, which shows pressing. Trent is 7.8 with 38%. So when you look at it defensively, Reece James pretty much beats him in every area. Yeah. On an attacking front, Trent is just there. I just think they're both phenomenal, and everyone's going to have a different view and opinion on who's better. But the one area that where Trent will always win the battle will be on games won. Trophy one and things like that. And
that's the only thing.
If you're asking me, if you would take at right back Trent or James, in terms of what I would want from my fullback, I would take Reece James personally. No slight against Trent.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing to say that. They're both good, isn't it? So.
Also, Reece James is wham. You can't fight Reece James.
Yeah,
you can't give it Reece James. You can't. You can't give it Reece James.
That was funny.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Terry.
Yeah.
Go on, Jim.
No. I was just going to say, I was going back to that comment. I'm happy with Olivier Giroud getting a goal again today as well, because the man is on fire at the moment, and it's just giving Lampard problems because everyone, especially from sort of the striking element, because Tammy Abraham was banging in goals. He had 3 and 4 games, and now Giroud's gone and done 5 goals in 2 games. It's like it's good problems to have. Do you know what I mean? So
no, it's not looking good for Warner though, because if if Werner's playing like this, like he could see himself.
Werner,
get
well,
boxed.
hey,
That's the only
this is
thing.
coming,
Like,
this is coming from
I
a
can imagine
man.
Lampard doing it.
We're never going to see it.
Yeah.
I've given up the dream. The dream's gone.
Oh, wait,
It's gone.
Werner is going to be fine. Chelsea fans need to relax.
I hope so.
Yeah, I'm cool, bro.
I've seen a load of Chelsea fans go for his head today. I'm
No.
like, relax, fam.
You know,
Relax.
he's not played like when I watch. My view on Werner is this: I'm not watching a man play who looks awful. I'm not watching someone like when you think about Pepe. I'm just looking at a man. Pepe also has an advantage over most other flops. Is that because he's a tricky player. He's got skills and silks, impress people, which means he can do something in a game that looks flashy but doesn't even do anything. When you're more of a basic player and you're not doing anything, it stands out more. But for me, like he's pressing well, he's creating, he's running in behind, he's getting into positions to create opportunities. He's doing a good job, Timo Werner. He just isn't quite finishing the level of opportunities that people would expect him to.
It should be. Let's be serious. He should be, but
but like strikers, as I said, strikers go through hot and cold streaks.
Yeah,
literally.
and I
He's
agree.
like he's performing to his level right now. Right? It's just that
David, don't you dare.
you know what
I know it. No,
you know what I'm saying, but he's performing to his level currently. All right.
Yeah.
So if he could go in the next 5 games, go on a hot streak, and like every single shot he goes in. Yeah, it would look cool having 10 goals, but realistically, should he actually have 10 goals? Because normally after a hot streak, you have a cold streak. That's normally how it goes. It's never like consistently.
Wait, did I just hear that right? David said, yeah, you could score with 10 shots and score 10 goals, but should you really be scoring 10 goals?
No, but you shouldn't. But literally, no footballers in history ever score every single one of their shots on goal. You can go through a streak of doing it, but it's not realistic.
The reason people pick on Timo Werner is because of what he's done in the Bundesliga in terms of goals, and that's what they're expecting him to do
Also,
here
to
this
put it
season,
right,
and that's all it is
Liverpool
because they're
fans are
expecting
salty
that.
as
That's why
well.
they're calling him a flop because he's not doing that. That's
Liverpool
what it is.
fans were salty. Didn't go to Liverpool, so the burnings or like
Yeah.
trying to tarnish his name. Simple.
Yeah,
as that.
there was a super chat earlier where it said Lampard equals Ollie. They don't see any difference, and I'm personally one of those people as well. Like I understand what Frank is doing is very good right now, but I still think him and Ollie are basically the same thing because there are going to be mistakes. There are going to be times where you question them tactically, and I feel like at the end of the day, are they the managers to take our teams to the top of the table and win the league? I don't think so.
I'm not sure if I agree with that still.
What is Zane saying?
I very much
Zane
agree with you, KJ. But then again, what Frank, I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah,
Probably next.
Yeah, because Ollie's been a manager, isn't it?
Well, Ollie, I guess from a United point of view, it is a bit.
So are we going to take
Yeah.
about Ollie back straight away? First of all, Zane here says, "Man United fans, can you stop calling Rashford world class? He's a good player."
Backup striker. If Rashford's a backup striker, what is Lacazette and Pepe, fam? Because
they're
no. I tell you what they are. They're Megan Thee Stallion's backup dancers, fam. I've already said this.
There we go. Zane in the mud there. Love you, Zane, though. On the thing about Ollie, I want to ask a question, right? Because we're going to do a little preview towards tomorrow. It's gone member chat only, people. You can become a member by clicking on the link in the description, but also sign up to our Discord server right about now. Over 1,000 people in that. We only had like 50 in there this time last week, so that's amazing. Get yourself onto the link in the description below. Get yourself signed up. On Ollie, if we're going to talk about him not being a new manager and he's got 10 years experience, then can we please start respecting him for winning back-to-back league titles? I'm being serious. I know. Well, because if you can't say he's an experienced manager who's been doing it for 10 years and use that as a point to put him down with in an argument about being a fledgling at the elite level, but then equally discount everything he did during those 10 years of management. That is an oxymoronic, hypocritical, intellectually dishonest thing to say.
You're terrible at them big words to confuse the plebs and that. You know what I'm saying? I see what you're doing.
On a level, you get where I'm coming from. You can't, for me,
yeah,
that's very
10 years, but but then equally, we're not going to recognize any of your accolades in that 10 years. Is it? To me.
I think Ollie gets vastly disrespected. I think he's a good manager.
He gets disrespected by his own fans. Let's be serious. It's not even
No,
rivals.
Jem,
It's more
no,
your
it's
own
not.
fans.
No,
that
no,
get
no,
disrespected
no,
more
no,
than
no. It's
anything.
everyone. It's everyone.
everyone.
No,
fam.
but it's
It's
more
But the
your
Ollie
everyone.
fans,
at the
bro.
Wolf thing came
No,
from
it's
your
Always your
everyone.
fans.
fans moaning about him.
No.
as a
Here's
manager.
what it is. Everyone's like the media and rival fans started it, and the issue is that United fans never fought back against it. They jumped on it. And now our own fans, they backed it. So now our own fans are doing the same thing. So it's not just our own fan base. Like everyone disrespects Ollie.
Yeah, but that's wrong, KJ, because I want Ollie to stay. I love it. I think
Yeah,
it's good
but
here. You got
no, exactly. You want, but this is the thing. You see, you're doing it right now. You saying that he's disrespecting him because you're saying he's crap.
I didn't
Yeah,
say
you
he's
see-
crap. I said he's
No,
good.
no,
Hey,
no,
Jen,
you're saying
they
he's
are
crap.
winning games, innit?
You're
So
saying, oh, listen, you're saying he's crap because and you want him to stay because you know he's not going to take us to the promised land, fam. That's what you're saying. That's
No.
disrespectful.
The promise,
No.
lad. The
I
promise,
just want to
lad.
see him given the same opportunity as Frank Lampard.
Wait,
Actually be given time.
Jem. So you're not being sarcastic right now. You're genuinely
I'm being
being serious.
sarcastic, bro. No, I'm not. I'm being honest.
Do you know what I'd love to see?
I can't trust you, bro.
Finish first, Chelsea finish second, and then I'd love to see Arsenal finish in like 10th, 11th, and then see what DT's got to say.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
video
Oh,
there
yeah.
on Football Terrace clips of him saying how much better Arteta and Arsenal are than Chelsea and Lampard and Man United and Ollie. It would just be fun to be like, how'd you like them apples? Do you know what I mean?
Do you not remember when I said that Arsenal and Southampton? I said Arsenal and Southampton are about the same level, and even I remember because KJ was like, "Nah, David, you're being too harsh on them. You're being too harsh."
Mate, you said Arsenal
Terry,
in the Champions League and Chelsea
a
ain't.
few weeks ago, after they lost in their continuous run of games where they've been losing, that the biggest help for Arsenal to get into the top four this season will be if Chelsea keep Frank and United keep Ollie. So
Yeah.
we're going to have to come back to that.
Just hold the clip.
It's
Just hold
ridiculous
the clip.
comment.
I don't know if
100%.
Arsenal fans are aware, but I will share it and put it up on the screen. Just let me go and find this little thing now. It's going to take me a few seconds to type this out and do it. But I do think Man United and Chelsea are currently in the top four. I think that is
nah, push the agenda.
If the league can end today, I don't think I'd have a problem.
Yeah, no, we're top.
I don't think I'd have a problem.
Stop the count.
You know what?
Stop the count.
You know what? If somebody said to me, end it today or risk not finishing in the top four, Terry, I'd probably just be like, all right, let Chelsea have it. I'd be like, cool, we finished 3 points of winning the league. That's what I'd say.
All right.
But look at that. See, that's how it is. I haven't zoomed in or out. That's my normal. I can't even see.
Where's
our-
Arsenal, Terry? Where's Arsenal?
Wait,
I'm confused.
Yeah.
I'm zooming in.
wait, hold on. Newcastle are 12th.
Yeah. Yeah, a goal difference.
Where's
Oi,
Arsenal?
Kendall.
I'm not joking. Where's
Yo,
Arsenal? I
where
can't see
are
them.
they? Where are they?
Oh my god, they're relegation.
Listen, Arsenal are almost along the bottom line with the sponsors, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
They're so dead.
They can drop to 16th.
You
so-
know,
Yeah,
guys,
the
stop.
entertainment, innit? The
Stop
entertainment.
it. Stop
We
it.
need a
Stop
we need
it.
a
This is how
Brighton
it
win
happens.
tomorrow. We need a Brighton win tomorrow.
interesting as well, guys. What I was thinking about today is if the Burnleys and the West Broms, I don't think Sheffield United, I mean, I can't actually believe Sheffield United after their season last year on 1 point, but if Burnley and West Brom could win 2 or 3 games over the next few weeks and Arsenal don't, and wouldn't that be amazing? Wouldn't you love by end of Boxing Day's game, you lot beat Arsenal for Arsenal to be 18th? That would just be honestly.
It would be the best thing. Actually,
Oh
the
my
best thing.
god!
I can't imagine it. I actually can't imagine it. I
And
know
Barry,
it's the best thing.
remember last season when Arsenal fans were saying, without Aubameyang's goals, we'd be in relegation. It proves how good Aubameyang is. Well, this
They
is
weren't
actually
lying.
true.
They weren't
Well,
lying.
that actually weren't right, yeah. Well,
It's
you know,
very true.
you know what the mad thing is, yeah? If that actually happened, yeah, if they're that like down in the dumps, it's gonna be peak because
Casey, there's no
Arteta,
recovery.
wait. It will be peak because they would actually sack Arteta and then probably get Allegri or someone like that who actually is good at his job. So,
Here's the thing. 1, they won't sack Arteta. 2, Allegri's not going to do much to help that Arsenal team because he's not going to be given the funds.
but you see, here's the thing about being a good coach, fam. People always be screaming, "This guy's a good coach. He can work with limited players. That guy's a good coach. He can work with limited players." If they get a coach that can work with limited players,
No, Allegri's not that sort of coach. He was at AC Milan. He didn't do much.
he won the league with AC Milan. What are you talking about?
Nah, okay. I don't. I
Oh my God.
Fun. Are you done?
It's
time to
Yeah, he's gone. He's
gone. He's gone.
That kind of comment gets you kicked out.
Arsenal need a Sam Aladice to come save them.
My
That's what they
thing
need.
was going to be, honestly, Arsenal should get Rafa Benitez. No banter. Rafa Benitez.
Yeah, like,
They need the real Tony Pulis.
Honestly, as much as we don't want Arsenal 2 in the mud, innit? We want them T2 on the mud towards the end of the. So Arteta stays, and then when the seasons come to end, then they fall into.
Unless my team's in it, what I wouldn't mind is them staying like 14th, 15th, nowhere near top 4, but then scraping another FA Cup or something. And I'm happy to have that trophy just to keep Arteta, to keep them down there in the doldrums, because
or imagine this year, I can already see it. They win the FA Cup, they'll be like, well, the FA Cup and 14th is better than 3rd and no cup.
4th, yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them ones. Why would Allegri go to LA? Okay. I don't listen, money.
Please, for the peace.
But then please, 100%. Listen, guys, I appreciate you all tuning in. Everyone, viewers watching, please hit that like button. Let's get this past 2,000 likes, please. Go onto the Discord server. I want to see all of you on there as soon as possible, please. Basically, it's the chat room consistently all day, every day. It's amazing. We're back tomorrow. We're covering Tottenham versus Arsenal. We're covering Liverpool versus Wolves. And I think as Man United and Chelsea fans tomorrow, we watch both those games. One for the entertainment, the banter. We obviously want them all to drop points as and where they can, because it could be an amazing weekend for our teams.
Oh, listen, when we came back here with West Ham, all I thought in my head was like, I can do midnight vibes in peace. I can watch the other games in peace now. You know what I'm saying? And then what happens? Chelsea go win, and Ches has to go bring the bad vibes for no reason. Bring it.
Tomorrow's game's a weird one, because I want Spurs to lose, because Mourinho's getting on my nerves at the moment. Yeah, so I kind of just want them to lose, but at the same time, I hate Arsenal and I want to see a gal just cry like a baby.
Oh, here he is. Here he is.
Hang on, why are you so late, bro? What time do you call this?
Hey, I was too busy celebrating, man. What a win. Jesus. Listen, Leeds, they put it on us, man. Jesus, they stuck it on us. Do you know what I mean? And I liked the way they stuck it on us, because it showed the character we have. It showed, can we deal with this kind of pressure? What are we going to do? Do you know what I mean? And boy, what a win. What a win, man. Respect to Chelsea. Respect to them. I don't want to hear people say it's just Leeds, because a lot of them are just saying it's just Leeds. We saw Liverpool struggling with them. It wasn't just Leeds then. We saw Man City struggling with them. Man City drew 1-1. It wasn't just Leeds then. So, Timo Werner, you got to score, man. I don't know. I have no excuses for a minute. Do you know what I mean?
You're a monster. Have you been praying for the rivals recently?
I think I have. I think because I'm praying for the rivals. Yeah, them man they're getting a little something to stick on us. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna start praying, bro. It's just respect my team now. Do you know what I mean? Now we're top of the table, maybe temporarily, but it's all good. Calm down.
Your top watch match of the day, seeing names up there. Ram, we haven't got any time to chat, bro, because the stream's coming to an end. It's 11:15. I'm tired. I'm covered in mud because the kids dragged me around this thing looking at bloody lights in the dark. It was do you know what the maddest thing was, right? I have my son in my arm, right? Like this, because he didn't want to be in his picture anymore, looking at all these lights, and all these middle-class families walking around this like park, or they've lit. It's really quite nice with like all these Christmas lights everywhere, and it's all kind of half silent. And Mason Greenwood's going in. There's me. Yeah, I started kicking the barrier things. I'm going, kicking it. I thought I must have looked such a chav and a thug. I'm like, kicking stuff.
Yeah, and he also threw his baby Jackson in the air too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I holding him in the air, like celebrating. I was shaking him and going, yes. And I look around, everyone looking at me like, what's this cute guy on? My team play football, man. It's more important. Freya started celebrating because she knew it was football. She's like, yeah, it was good. What a day.
I swear, man. I swear, if I started cheering around Freya for no reason, she would also cheer for him.
She get it. She knows what it is. She knows if Man United are playing as well. And she knows the mood already. Everyone who does. Otherwise, it's adoption. Hit that like button, hit that share button, people. Thank you for tuning into the Football Terrace. Well done, Chelsea. Well done, United. Arsenal, you're going to be in the bin tomorrow. I can't wait. Get in the bin.